Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're heading somewhere truly special. Imagine the wild heart of Africa. We're talking about Zulu Nyala, deep in South Africa. Our source material for this deep dive, it's this really captivating personal account. A safari, yes, but also a real cultural immersion, packed with those moments that make you go, wow. Wildlife encounters, human connections. So our mission today, we want to unpack not just what happened on this incredible trip, but dig into the why. Why do these moments stick? The rhinos up close, the Zulu dances, what makes them resonate so deeply? We're aiming to pull out those surprising facts and maybe some genuinely impactful insights from this travelogue.
And it's exactly that mix, isn't it? The wildlife and the culture. That's what makes places like Zulu Nyala so compelling. This account gives us such a great firsthand view. Let's just sort of follow the learner's journey. We'll be looking, like you said, beyond just the thrill. What does it all mean? Conservation, history, the human side of it all in a foreign land. It's about connecting those dots, seeing the bigger picture.
Okay, let's get into the journey itself, because even the start sounds like, well, an adventure brewing. Our storyteller kicked things off needing an ATM run, found a better taxi service for it, smart planning, right? Then waited comfortably on a veranda before hopping in a van off to Richards Bay Airport to collect the rest of the group. 2 friends from Tucson and a couple from Oregon.
The forming of the Safari Fellowship.
Exactly. And then the drive to Zulu Nyala, described as a bear and a half, which sounds pretty long.
It definitely can be a significant drive. Yeah.
But apparently it just flew by. Lively conversation made all the difference. They arrived around 2 p.m., just cutting it fine for the 2:30 lunch. So a bit of a dash. Straight to their accommodation, a glamp camp tent. Sounds intriguing. Number 45. Dropped the bags, went right to eat. Talk about immediate immersion, no messing around.
Oh, that's classic Safari Lodge efficiency. That initial rush, the quick check-in, it builds anticipation. And assigning tables, like with the Oregon couple, introducing the guide Shulk, in this case right away.
Yep.
That's all part of fostering that immediate sense of community. Everyone's in it together from minute one, sets the stage.
And what a stage. That very first game drive. You'd think maybe it takes time to see things. Not here. First sightings. A giraffe super close to the truck. Then Nyala. And our storyteller hopefully points out that's the name origin. Zulu Nyala means Nyala heaven or paradise. Makes sense. Also saw kudu, impala, a warthog way off in the distance, and some wildebeest. Pretty good start.
A very good start indeed.
Now, many people going on safari, they have this idea of the big 5, and our storyteller got their first one almost straight away. A herd of water buffalo, maybe 20 of them, at a watering hole. Also saw hippos, but, just their heads poking out. But maybe you could explain for our listeners what exactly is the big 5? Why the big deal?
That's a really important question, actually. The term Big 5, it often gets treated like just a checklist, doesn't it? Historically, it came from hunting. The 5 most difficult and dangerous animals to hunt on foot: lion, leopard, elephant, rhino, and buffalo. But today, thankfully, it's been, reclaimed by tourism and conservation. Now, it highlights these incredible animals not for danger, but for their iconic status, and crucially, the need to protect them. So seeing even one, like that buffalo herd, it's profound, connects you to that whole history, but also to modern conservation efforts.
Right, that makes a lot more sense. And speaking of profound, the absolute highlight of that first drive, spotting a white rhino. And her calf, only 4 or 5 months old, imagine this. They stopped the truck, stayed quiet, and these huge animals came within maybe 15, 20 feet. The baby was described as stinking cute, haha. And the mother rhino, she just watched them, decided they weren't a threat, and went back to grazing. Incredible.
Oh, absolutely incredible. And it's so much more than just, a cute animal picture moment.
Mm-hmm.
That behavior, that trust a mother rhino feeling safe enough to graze with her calf that close to a vehicle, it speaks volumes. White rhinos, they're still near threatened.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing that kind of natural, undisturbed behavior, it really highlights the success of places like Zulu Nyala in creating safe havens. It's a privilege to witness and vital for their survival.
Truly breathtaking is the word. The drive kept delivering too. A dazzle of zebras, love that collective noun.
Me too.
Then a tower or journey of giraffes. More wildebeest, more impala, which our storyteller noted are awesome to see run, I bet they are. Plus more Nyala. Then a bit of drama chasing a lead for a predator turned out to be a false alarm. Apparently, impalas make this static-like sound that usually signals danger.
They're very alert.
Even though Zulu Nyala doesn't typically have big predators, though they can, wander through.
Right. Instincts are strong.
Yeah. And then the elephants. The group really wanted to see them. And Shulk, the guide, he just kept tracking. Persistence paid off. They saw the youngest one getting milk. Then two more joined. And get this, the youngest ran out onto the road, maybe 10 feet ahead, trying to knock down a marker post. There's also this grumbler elephant that made a cool sound, like a dog's growl mixed with a trumpet. What does it actually take for guides like Schalk to track elephants like that? And what's with the growl trumpet?
Well, the skill of a guide like Schalk is honestly remarkable. It's this deep knowledge of animal behavior, the local terrain, plants, plus highly developed tracking skills, reading tracks, broken twigs, even listening to bird alarm calls. It's an art, really. Especially for elephants, that persistence is key. They're smart, they move a lot, and that sound, that grumble or low rumble, maybe mixed with a trumpet, it's fascinating. It's part of their complex communication. Could be excitement, keeping contact, maybe a mild warning or annoyance like, give me space. It varies.
Wow, okay. So after all that wildlife excitement, it was back for dinner. Buffet style, mostly Western food, a few African dishes mixed in. But the evening's highlight, a Zulu song and dance performance. Our storyteller absolutely loved it. Described it as showing the love one has of who they are. Really distinct arm movements, powerful kicks, beautiful singing. Sounds amazing.
Oh, those performances are so much more than just, evening entertainment. They're a living expression of identity, of heritage. Zulu culture has such a rich history, warrior traditions. And they use song and dance to tell stories, celebrate, pass things down, the energy, the movements, the harmonies. It all conveys this incredible pride and resilience. For visitors, it's this immediate, visceral connection to the people, the history. Complements the wildlife perfectly.
Yeah, I can see that. So next morning, the buzz was clearly still there, up at 5 a.m. for a 6:30 a.m. game drive. Cold mornings, though, needed fleece and hats.
Early starts are key on safari.
Definitely paid off. Quick sightings, wildebeest, one running, which must be cool to see. Zebras again, more impala, and this time a whole group of giraffes. But the morning turned into like a baby animal festival. First, a dazzle of zebras, and there was a baby suckling. Our storyteller said it was just so wonderful to see a little one in the wild.
Oh, absolutely. Special moments.
Then, not even 10 minutes later, a water buffalo cradling her calf, which then led them to find this huge herd of water buffalo, big bull, more babies, like a small train moving along.
See, that's why those early mornings are worth the cold. Animals are generally most active then, feeding, moving, interacting. And seeing multiple generations like that, the zebra foal, the buffalo calves, it's just such a powerful visual. It speaks to the health of the whole ecosystem, doesn't it? That cycle of life playing out right in front of you. It's a real privilege.
Totally. They also saw some cool behavior, water buffalo playing, even giraffes fighting. And then more rhinos. 4 white rhinos just popped up, walking in a line. Came into view head by head, described as big. Impressive stuff. Okay, after that drive, back for breakfast, Western buffet again. Then the group had a chat about excursions, deciding what to do. They decided to split up for the afternoon. Some, including our storyteller, chose an elephant interaction. Others went for a St. Lucia boat ride. But everyone signed up for the Zulu Cultural Village visit later. Oh, and a strategic stop at the curio shop. Picked up a super cute face to display, and more warm clothes for those chilly mornings. Practical.
Smart move on the warm clothes.
Yeah.
And good planning with the excursions.
So around 1:45 after lunch, off they went to the Zulu Cultural Village. And this sounds like a really deep dive into their culture. They learned about the traditional wealth system based on cattle and the practice of having multiple wives, first one being the most important. And this lobola system, the father pays for the first wife, the man himself pays for any subsequent wives. How does that work exactly? What's the significance?
The lobola system, yes, it's fundamental. It's often called bride wealth, traditionally paid in cattle, though now sometimes money. But it's crucial to understand it's not buying a wife. It's a really profound exchange. It solidifies the bond between the two families. It recognizes the value of the bride, and it sort of compensates her family for, well, losing her contribution to their household. It speaks volumes about lineage, community, respect in Zulu society. It emphasizes those new family ties. And polygyny, taking multiple wives, historically that reflected social standing, economic means, especially in an agricultural society needing more hands.
That's fascinating context. They also learned some history, the Zulu victory over the British in 1879, a huge moment, and saw traditional weapons, long throwing spears, and that famous short spear our storyteller called it an equerry.
Ah, yes, the ikwa. That's the correct term. It's legendary. Named apparently for the sound it made being withdrawn. But tactically, It was revolutionary. King Shaka Zulu introduced it, changed everything. Instead of just throwing spears, warriors closed in, used the ikwa for close combat with a big shield. That innovation was key to their military success, like at Azanwana against the British. So it's a powerful symbol, strength, ingenuity.
Wow. Ikwa. Got it. Incredible. They also learn about dressing, building villages, and this custom of burying the chief upright so he can stand to fight again. That's amazing.
Isn't it? It shows such a deep worldview about leadership, honor, the spirit continuing, spiritual continuity.
And it wasn't just listening. They got involved. The women carried baskets on their heads. Our storyteller found it fun, managed to walk pretty quickly with it. They threw a spear, played drums with the villagers. How much does that hands-on stuff add compared to just hearing about it?
Oh, immensely. That's where the real connection happens, the deep dive into culture. Hearing about burying a chief upright is interesting, but participating, carrying the basket, throwing the spear, drumming together, that bridges the gap. You move from observer to participant, even just for a moment. You feel a tiny piece of their life, their history. It creates this empathic link, gives you that aha moment of understanding that just reading or listening can't quite match, makes it personal.
Yeah, sounds like it really did. So after that cultural immersion, straight back out for the evening game drive. Saw the elephants again, a bit further off this time, more trucks around, but still cool seeing the younger ones playing. Initially, maybe fewer animals on this drive. But then, the finale. Another rhino encounter, even better than the first. A big group, 6 rhinos total, including the baby from the night before and now a toddler rhino too.
Wow, seeing the family group grow.
And the closeness was just unbelievable this time. The baby rhino ran within a couple of feet of the truck. Mama rhino, just 5 feet away. Our storyteller was just awe-inspiring, breathtaking, heart-pounding. To have that happen again, even closer, that's got to be unforgettable, truly.
Absolutely. Those repeated close encounters, especially with rhinos, it's what makes safari so special. It's not just a fleeting glimpse. You start to recognize individuals like the baby, see them growing, interacting. It really reinforces how vital these protected areas are and the kind of trust almost that can build between wildlife and respectful viewers. It really hammers home the privilege and the responsibility of being there.
Yeah, definitely. So to wrap up the day, a quick stop for sunset photos by some railroad tracks. Nice touch. Then dinner. And a surprise twist. Our storyteller got pulled up to dance with the Zulu performers. Describes having so much fun, couldn't stop smiling, loved it. Their companion, though, didn't join in, and our storyteller kind of wished they had, shared the fun. What does that tell us? Those moments where you choose to jump in or hang back during cultural things.
That's such a relatable moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really highlights how these interactions can be, well, transformative. Stepping outside your comfort zone, even for something joyful like a dance, that's often where the deepest connections and the best memories are made. It's about embracing the unfamiliar, being open. When you hang back, sometimes you miss that chance for genuine connection, for understanding that goes beyond just watching. It speaks to that personal growth that can come from really immersing yourself.
Makes perfect sense. And with that, the day ended, getting ready for the next morning. Our storyteller got everything prepped for another big day, including the exciting goal of tracking lions, which would bring their big 5 count up to 3. The adventure just keeps rolling.
Exactly. That anticipation, looking for the lions, it captures that ongoing journey of discovery. It's never just about what you've already seen. It's always about what else is out there to learn, to experience. Each sighting, each cultural moment, it builds on the last, adds another layer to your understanding of the place, the ecosystem, the people, keeps you hooked, curious.
So, reflecting on all this deep dive into Zulu Nyala, it really paints this picture of incredible contrast, doesn't it? You got the thrill, the heart-pounding closeness to rhinos, elephants, all that amazing wildlife, and then woven right in this profound connection with Zulu culture, history, customs, even joining the dance. It seems clear that places like Zulu Nyala offer way more than just sightseeing. It's a direct line, almost, to both the wild and to ancient human traditions.
And considering how powerfully these experiences connect with us, how they make us think about conservation, about culture, about ourselves, it makes you wonder, what unique Big Five moments, maybe from nature, maybe from culture, maybe something else entirely, are waiting out there for you to discover? Perhaps closer than you think, in your own world, or maybe on your next adventure.